Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is the Vikings Garage, and this is an FJ Cruiser. So, I've been asked in the past, what's my overall opinion of the FJ Cruiser? And let's face it, we're not going there because those of you that have been watching my videos know that two of my most popular videos, man, I can't talk, are on FJ Cruisers, and those are also the two most hated videos. So, I'm going to keep it PG this time around. FJ Cruiser, so if you're looking for an off-road vehicle, yes, FJ Cruiser should definitely be on your radar. If you're looking for a comfortable ride, something that's going to be good on gas, FJ Cruiser is definitely not for you. So let's start off here. So you want to check the wear and tear on driver's door handle. It's one of the most touched things in this car. This particular one, as you will see in a second, does not have any labels, and that includes the very label that has the VIN number on it. Be on the lookout for wear on parts like the steering wheel, shift knob, once again door handles, this one interior, and of course, as always, I can't stress this enough, seats, guys. Like for instance, who would want to be leaning against that? Looks pretty painful to me. What do you guys think? But other than that, she's holding on pretty well. It's your typical wear and tear. Don't overdo it with the glove box. I don't know if you can see it here. Is being pushed up because there's way too many papers in here. So as far as the body goes, guys, you always want to check for gaps, body gaps. I mean, clearly this car's been hit here. Somebody even lost their hair, but yeah, check for your gaps. If this gap doesn't look right to you, chances are the car's been hit at some point. As you can see with this one, nothing is fitting like it should, and as you will see in a second, that's because it's been hit. See, this gap looks a little better, but it still looks very uneven, especially right over there. So let's take a look, shall we? Can never seem to do this one-handed. So when you're down here, first telltale sign, there's no labels in this hood, so this hood has been replaced. Another thing, yeah, this is a small detail, but no clips here. There's a reason for it. Most of them don't line up. Why? Because this thing's been hit. Everything has been pushed back. You always want to look for overspray. There's plenty of overspray everywhere I look with this car. But yeah, this, in my opinion, wouldn't be a car that I would be interested in. Even in the control arm, I don't know if you can see that, but that's overspray. She's not bad overall. She's just not for me. See, you want to look for rust, especially if you're within that rust ring. These gas doors never ever sit properly, especially if they've been used quite often, and this one is no exception. Sometimes it doesn't close, or as you can see, it doesn't even look right. It's got to be aligned. What else? All the little things here and there. These taillights are very known for cracking because of the design. They stick out. Check all your weather strips. As you can see, this one's missing a chunk, and that's because this is a 2007. It's already been on the road for quite a while. Wheels, you will see a lot of this oxidation. Why is that a bad thing? Well, it does not only look bad, but also your tires will lose hair over time if you don't seal it properly. And then you just got small things. I mean, in this particular case, this guy's got wires popping out. that FJ is not even lined up. That would totally annoy me. Let me just see if I can fix it really quick. No, forget it. This thing's loose. Okay, never mind. Yeah, antenna fitting. Check for those. Oftentimes, almost every single time, these windshields have been replaced. You look in the corner, look for the Toyota symbol there. Obviously, this one has been replaced. Along with this trim piece, these are extremely known for having all types of rock chips and paint just shipping off. So that's another thing you want to look at. While the engine is running on this one, obviously try to see if the engine sounds like it's making any weird noises. This one, I'm not gonna lie, a little hard to tell, but it does have a little faint of a ticking noise on the valve train. Not a big deal, but it could become a big deal down the line. So something to look for. Yes, check for oil leaks. Make sure you don't get killed by the deers. This one, because it obviously has over 200,000 miles, is starting to show a little bit of a oil leak in the valve cover gaskets. Nothing crazy. This particular one, let's see if we can show you guys. The pulleys on it are starting to shoe up the belt. It's going to be a little hard to tell, but the belt is developing a little strange wear pattern. The pulleys on these things, that guy right there, they have to eventually get replaced because they get noisy, rust buildup, and so on. Always check the condition of all fluids, your filters, obviously the battery. While you're in here, if you see the filter, if it says Toyota in it, chances are this was a dealer maintained car. I'm not saying that's the ideal situation, but hey, why not? Well, guys, this is definitely a perfect example of why you should always check one of these before you buy it. Problem number one, exhaust system completely broken off. Not sure if you guys can see that. And then, last but not least, do you see a problem with this? That's your fuel tank strap, and it's completely broken off. The tank on this thing was almost going to fall. See, this is what your regular strap is supposed to look like. And yeah, it's supposed to be attached on the other side. But as you can see over here, that's not the case. And yeah, this was a disaster ready to happen. Yeah, it goes without saying, check the rest of the exhaust, obviously. And for those of you that live in a state where rust is a problem, do not be afraid of bringing a hammer down here and giving it a little whack. I'll show you what I mean. Grab your hammer and, you know, just whack it away. Trust me, if the hammer goes through that, you might not want to buy that car. Obviously, check for fuel leaks, fluid, any type of thing. As you can see, this is wet. That seal right there needs to be replaced. So always check the condition of your brakes. You definitely don't want to buy an FJ Cruiser that needs brakes all the way around like this one does. That can be a very hefty bill. As you can see here, same deal on the back. There's literally no pad left. But while you're down here, check your bushings. Check for the condition of the rubber. See all that cracking, that's eventually going to be a problem. Same thing for your sway bar links. And your sway bar bushings. Well, otherwise, you could end up like this guy. An easy $1,000 brake job. Looks nice though. So I'm not promoting this kind of fix, but while the part comes, you're gonna have the customer back on the road with 2 bungee cords. Also, steering is a little stiff. Some of you might think is the power steering pump. I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to show this. This is the yoke on the intermediate shaft for the steering, and this is how you do it. You hit it with some power lube, breeze off, whichever one you guys prefer. WD-40, preferably a can that has something in it, and your steering will get a little better. Well, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful. If you're in the market out there, don't get scared. They're still good cars, but just check them over, you know what I mean? If you don't know what you're looking for, bring somebody like myself, and we'll look it over for you and make sure that you get a very good example. Until next time, guys, enjoy your cars, and I will see you in the next episode. Did you also know that the 2007 is the only model that required premium fuel? So a cool little thing. Did you guys know that this mimics the handle of a shovel? And 2007 did not have that center console that everybody likes. But our customer decided to install his own.